How is everybody? It's your girl, That Witch Dani. Wanted to check in, see how everyone's doing, and I owe you a daily reading for today, so I was like, let's just do it live. I buried under snow. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I've got at least 2 feet, and it's a bit of a mess, but it's okay. We're gonna survive it, even though we're getting more snow on Wednesday and then more Thursday and Friday. It's fine. It's fine. But wanted to check in, wanted to see how y'all are doing, and I wanted to do a reading for you guys that's a little bit deeper into the spiritual realm. I think you guys are ready. I think it's time we start diving a little deeper into some topics that are a little less known, a little less well known, and a little bit more aligned with the era that we're going into. Okay, time for truths. And I think y'all are definitely ready to hear them. So we'll do a collective reading, talk about whatever comes up, wherever spirit guides us, and we'll go from there. But hope y'all are well, staying warm. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support of me and the channel. As always, I'm super grateful for y'all, for your likes, shares, subscribes. It helps more than you could possibly imagine. So thank you. But yeah, I think we're just kind of ready to dive into some deeper, more intense sort of spiritual truths here. I think you guys are ready. I think you're hungry for it, to be honest. And yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of some things that we've talked about a little bit surfacey on the channel, but not like full disclosure. I think it's time for some full disclosure. But if you're here, say hi. Let me know that you can hear me. You know how you're doing. I dug out some of my definitely like deeper into the spiritual realm themed decks here. So hi. So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna jump in, and we're gonna start with the Pleiadian Oracle. So I don't know how much everybody knows or where y'all are at in terms of this, because that's why I was asking on the community tab the other day, like, did that poll, like, what do you want to hear about? What do you want to know about or talk about next? Because I wasn't sure how familiar you guys were with like the origin story, where we came from, all that kind of stuff. And it seemed like that was the topic everyone was the most interested in. So this will be sort of your introduction. Hi, how are you? It's been a minute. Almost a minute. So I want to get into some like real deep truths that we haven't really dove into fully here yet. So I know nobody's really found me yet because I don't think notifications are going out, but morning and eve therapy, yeah. I have a lot of stuff coming up for me right now. Just like a situation happening with a family friend, and my son is in Leo, but I have a Libra stellium. You did get it. Yeah, a lot of people aren't getting them for some reason. You didn't, right? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are saying that they weren't getting it last night either. But yeah, Libra, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and rising. It's very sweet, thank you. So I have a close family friend that is in a coma right now after a horrific like accident, and unfortunately fighting for his life. And he's quite young, the same age as my daughter. They graduated together. And it's been bringing up some like flashes of images from when my late husband was in a coma, and all the time I spent like in ICU alone overnight, like kind of holding his hand, and you know, all of those moments that like, I don't know, I don't feel like they're super traumatic for me. And, you know, it's been a minute. That was back in 2019, but I'm sorry. Oh, send in healing. I'll send some angels too. But all of a sudden, I guess this just kind of triggered it's not just the images. The images are the images. It's the way that it was making me feel in the moment, like to taking me back to the way that I felt on all those nights. I hate you, YouTube. I really do. Is the day ever going to come where they don't kick me off of Alive? Good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. But I just have this feeling keeps coming up that is, you know, the only thing I have to associate it to is the feeling that I felt night after night, you know, sitting next to my husband in a coma on a ventilator and all the things, which was in 2019, you know, and I really thought I didn't have much more to come up from that. But listen, healing lasts a lifetime, right? Like, you never know. But we are sort of in an era right now, astrologically, where the last bits of sort of deep-rooted things from, like, could be inner child, could even be past life, or trauma stuff may be coming up for you to take a quick look at because it isn't fully healed. We're about to start Mercury retrograde. So, preach. So I wanted to see if that was going on for y'all too, and just make sure that I'm supporting you. If it is, we can even do a little healing on this live tonight. But I just, like, I have held back a lot on going super deep into what classifies me as like one of the weirdos. Recently on this channel, we have like a lot of new people, a lot of new subscribers. Welcome, by the way, to this amazing fam. Mercury retrograde is going to start on the 25th, and it's a really long one and a really potent one. So we're already in the pre-shadow, and we will spend all of March either in Mercury retrograde or in that post-shadow period of it. And it's in Pisces, and Mercury hates being in Pisces. Very uncomfortable there. It's both in its like descendant and its fall in Pisces. So it's not a great, it's going to be a tough one, and it's a really long one. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, anyway, that is the whole reason it exists, right? Is for us to renew, reflect, review, right? Go back and look once over what's not healed from this. Why is this coming up for you? So it does make perfect sense that I'm going through it right now. But I figured that may mean that y'all are too. So I wanted to be here to support you, see if that was going on, see what I could do. And also get more into the weird shit. Okay. I mean, there are videos on my channel with the weird shit in it, but people, you know, normies may consider weird. I don't, but you do, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm hearing that a lot. Yeah, so unless you've gone back into the archives, right, of my channel, or like watched my old interview on here, I don't think we've really talked much about beliefs and all the things. So we're going to get weird. And that's why we're starting with the Pleiadian Oracle. My OGs will know that one of my first experiences with the star family, they came, they surrounded my bed. There was like 12 of them, made like a horseshoe around my bed. And I just looked up at the one. They looked very human, but like real pretty, and like little skinnier face and like sparkly almost. And I was like, are you going to like heal me or something? Or like do something to me? And I don't know if it was he or she. There's no gender. It just kind of went like this. And I was like, okay, which is similar to the way the archangels were with me. And then I realized they were putting energies into me to change my vibration and open me up to other consciousnesses and things. But they touched me in the middle of the forehead. I went out. I woke up sooner than I should have. Hi, Scotland. And then when I woke up, I looked like that. Oh, wrong one. I looked like that. I looked like a fucking narwhal. There was a beam of light shooting out of my forehead. And I was like, oh shit, I don't think I should be awake. And it freaked me out. And then someone noticed I was awake and put me back out. And I don't know how long I was out for or anything. I couldn't tell you. But the weird thing, and I know some of you have heard this story already, so I'm sorry. But the weird thing is my mom calls me the next morning. And she's like, come over to my house, you know, tonight. I got you this deck and it just came in. And I was like, oh, awesome. Okay. So I get there and it's this Pleiadian deck the morning after I just had my first visit from them. And the friggin' artwork was the Narwhal Dani that I had just like experienced the night before. And my jaw was like on the kitchen table. Like, what the hell just happened? I had my oldest daughter with me and my dad was at the table too. And we busted this out and like did this really cool reading about discovering your sort of roots and things. And it was awesome. So I want to do it with you guys because you do it like as a group. So you are going to have to answer a question for me in the comments once I get these all shuffled out. Okay, but this is how we're going to start our little journey. I'm going to let the star family and spirit guide us on what parts of the story to start with and what to tell and all the things. Because even if I had a plan, they would change it. So, what's the big deal, especially when you're first waking up? Do you normally wake up with a beam of light coming out of your forehead? Is that normal for you? That happens just on Tuesdays when you wake up? No? Just curious. Maybe it does. Who am I to judge? I'm certainly not the only one that has these experiences or abilities. Not even almost. Restarted it. Does it seem after what does? Oh yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy that like my mom had like, I don't know, she'd already ordered it and like I didn't know anything about this like particular side of things yet. It was, you know, during my dark night of the soul and my awakening that all this was happening. So only on Wednesdays. It's good. It's a good one. It's a good one. All right, so for the collective. So there's this like discovery sort of spread that came with this deck, and that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it was a big deal. It was definitely a big deal. It was shocking. I was like, why is there a beam of light coming out of my forehead? I look like a fucking normal. But it wouldn't even freak me out now. Hi, Mom. I was just telling the story about you buying me this deck the night, like the day after I woke up looking like a narwhal, and then the artwork was on the cards. I was literally just telling them that. This is Mom, who bought me the deck. We're doing a Pleiadian oracle reading from the deck you got me. Yeah, it was wild. Like for my mom to have like already gotten that for me, like we had no idea that that was about to happen. I didn't know the stuff I know now, like where I came from and all the things. So it was wild. Just one of the many wild rides of my life. Hi, baby universe. Hi, Tina. That Mom Deborah, it's so funny. So we right now are doing a reading from our star family that's gonna be, you're all gonna pick the card that you feel drawn to. So it'll be, in a way, it is sort of your own personal message. Where did I just put the book? Because I can't remember the spread. Didn't I just have it out? Oh yeah, it fell on the floor. I'm losing it. Losing it. Anybody else in the line of this horrific blizzard? I have at least 2 feet. I think it's just over that actually. It's cray. Where's that spread? Here we go. Okay. Yay. It's called the Star Portal Alignment, and it's for a group of people, right? Okay. So I need... All right, how many people we got on here? We got 9 right now. So we're going to do it just based off of whoever's here right now at this moment, even though I know that will fluctuate because I have to pick the same amount of cards as the people that are on here. So basically, everybody, here's what you're gonna do. Now we're at 10. So I want everybody to think of a number between 1 and 11. The first one you feel guided to, that's gonna be your message. God, that was so many cards, I ran out of space on my table. Okay. So everybody from 1 to 11, let me know what your numbers are, because if I won't read the card if nobody picks that number, so I don't waste anybody's time. But actually, maybe I should, because people will see this back later, right? 11, 7, 3, 9, 7. All right, everybody, give me a number from 1 to 11, please. I probably would have picked 11 too. No, I might have picked 8. No right or wrong, just first thing you feel guided to. Okay. Listen to your intuition. This is a good way to start developing it too, by us kind of doing these sort of exercises anyway. You'll start getting more and more psychic. Okay. Everybody's kind of picking the same numbers. It's interesting. 3, right? We have a 3, we have a 4. Okay. No, you can have multiple people can pick the same number. That's okay. It still works, I promise. When I did this with my family, when my mom first bought me this deck, I think every one of us picked the same card, like the same number. So it doesn't matter. There's no, it's not one per. Everybody can have the same. Go with your first instinct, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do 11, 7, 9, 3, and 4, because I don't think anyone's picked anything else. There you go. Okay. 11, 7, 9, 3, 4, right? But if you do feel guided to another number and you're just hopping on, by all means, put it out there. I might actually have a different number for myself, so you may get that one too. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. If you picked the number 3, your message is rooted light, and it's number 19. Okay, so number 3, if you picked that, rooted light, number 19 is your message, and I'm gonna read it to you. You have to forgive me because I've read this so many times that I've ripped the pages out of the book, and it gets a little complicated to figure out like where the messages belong. 18, 19, okay. There we go. Rooted light. Ready? Breathe deep into your sacred essence and receive the transmissions of galactic source into your root chakra. So root chakra is the base chakra. It's the red one, or the first one, lowest that you have, and it's the one that connects you to Earth. See yourself as a tree of life with its antennas branching out to the universe, but your roots anchored deep into the soul of the soil. Become this sacred tree of life that is able to touch the higher galactic planes, but anchored through your daily earth living, like as above, so below, right? It's duality. This is the way of mastery that alters your entire reality, and it's true. I know if anybody that's like kind of been following me for a while, we do that meditation all the time where I have y'all grow roots out of like your feet and go down into the crystalline grid in the center of the earth to really anchor in, right? This is the same thing, okay? This is the way of rooted light, which facilitates for light codes from distant galaxies to enter your plane and intermingle with all subatomic particles in order to completely transform your existence. What we need right now on Earth are not floaters, but trees of light that seed new ideas, visions, and make your planet the Garden of Eden it was always intended to be. This card indicates that it is time to activate your mastery. It's time to become the living representative of higher consciousness. I knew you guys were ready. I knew it. The Rooted Light card is a very special card in this deck, only appearing when your full mastery is ready to be shown for the world to see. Love that! Now is not a time to play it safe, but understand the temporariness of life and allow for what you know, who you are, and how to act to be fully engaged without doubt, fear, or any lower emotions getting in the way. Step into your divine mastery. Show the world who you truly are. This card often comes as a shakeup for the reader. Maybe you've been hard on yourself and the negative self-talk is not supporting your mission. Know for every step of courage you take forward, only then does the universe reveal more of itself to you. Self-mastery. You're working on your self-mastery. That's amazing, number 3s. Amaze. Okay, we had a number 4, so we're gonna do that one next. And it's 39, Star Royalty. This is the first card I ever got from this deck. So Star Royalty is a big deal. Anybody out there picked number 4 and wanted confirmation that you're a starseed, congratulations, you're a starseed. No doubt about it. Star Royalty. You know who you are. You know why you came. You are made of the essence of Star Royalty. How we define royalty on the Pleiades is much different from how it can be seen on your Earth. Those that are royal to our societies aren't ones born into certain blood lineages, but those whom have done the work within themselves to know on such a deep level that they are one with all of Source creation. This anchored unity with Source brings these beings into such a wonderful state that they're able to perform the miraculous by harnessing the energy which creates universes and using it to serve the collective. That's what I do. This is all possible through self-discovery and their declaration that one is royalty. The Star Royalty card arrives when you are being requested to make a proclamation that you are royal. You have done the internal work, went on your soul journeys, and climbed the mountains of yourself to uncover many inner gifts along the way. Now is a time that your life work will be recognized without any hint of downplaying your true full worth. I love this. By making the declaration that you are royal, you proclaim to the universe that you are an empowered being sent here to transform consciousness and serve creation. As you reside in a planet of harmonious balance, this act of declaring your royalty takes away any power and resources from those in the shadows. Love that. That abuse their privilege to equalize out the playing fields naturally. Man, does that resonate for this time period that we're in. See the importance of honoring of self and sit in the energy of thankfulness for the being that is you. Gorge. And this one actually comes with a little exercise, so I'm gonna talk you through that. Commit to self-worth by writing all the aspects of yourself that you love and admire. All of you should be doing this. Attempt to go deep and experience any challenging moments of when there might have looked like no hope and how you overcame the situation to arrive in the here and now. Make this a time of celebration for the beauty that is you. I think that's really interesting that it's talking about being able to look back and have pride and gratitude and self-love in the fact that you overcame something. When I started this live by talking about the fact that I had some trauma images coming up for me today from when my husband was in a coma and passed. Hi, Bumble, how are you? Welcome, everybody. So good to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. If you haven't picked a number yet, pick a number between 1 and 11. We're all getting messages from the Pleiades today. And so 7 is our next card. Okay. Light language. I actually really like this card. For my babes who picked number 7, light language. And the card's number is actually 2, which is a 9, and many of you picked 9. All right. Light language says, light language is a built-in galactic transmission via sound that is embedded into all star seeds on your planet. This language, that is truly beyond a language, is a sound transmission that vibrates cellular memory to remind one of their true cosmic origins. Like a bird separated from its home and never living in the wild, when freed, it will naturally recognize its species' call, despite growing up in a different environment. On the same token, so too does the awareness of light language never leave the star incarnate. Many starseeds have been activated on Earth to share their star tones, and they often come via unique methods. For some, it can be bursts of sounds not familiar within their earthly mind, and for others, it can come through in toning or in song. Whatever it is, when one surrenders to their voice, it facilitates for the dialect of the star ancestors to come through and not just activate oneself, but also other individuals on your planet. Activate this language of light right now by allowing all sounds and expressions beyond your earth language to flow through you and your vocals so that you may share the precious star codes with all of your earth family. This is something I had to practice a lot in the beginning to be able to get the messages out that I teach you guys. I also want to point out that some of y'all that picked this number aren't you like musicians like me and singers? Amazing. You've drawn this card. For now's the time to speak tone and sing into full cosmic birth of all your dreams, visions, and aspirations. When you speak out loud your wishes to creation, you allow for the sound codex to merge with the dream field and bring all your intentions to life. So share this vision for the rest of the universe's listening. Oh, there's an exercise. Tap into your own light language. Set the intention for the Pleiadian benevolent beings and masters to surround you as you enter into a meditative state of quietude. Sit in peace, and when you feel fully relaxed, just simply begin to sing and tone. Allow for any sounds to naturally flow out of your throat. Whether they are tones, words, or random sounds, know that you are tuning your vocals to speak the universal language of light. Oof, man. High rays, yeah, I've got about 25, 26 inches or something like that here too. But welcome everybody. Yeah, that was a great card. And I highly recommend that everybody actually does that exercise. It helps you find your authentic voice, whether you are going to sing, universe tones or not. There's a practical use for it for everybody, I promise. What are we up to now? 11, yeah? Here we go. Okay, I'm glad you're here. Universal heart. I actually love this message. I know this message. So universal heart. It's number 43. Did I not do 9? Did I skip 9? Did I skip 9? Okay, let's do 9 first. Sorry. Oh, light technology. This one actually goes in order anyway. Light technology, which is 29. So those of you who picked 9, this is your message. Sorry, y'all. I don't know. You know how it is when I'm channeling. I can't remember. That's why you guys got to keep me straight. I need an assistant. That's what I really need. All right. Light technology. Radiance is you. Light is you. Deep in your molecular tissues lays dormant a technology made of light that is programmable in nature. This technology is your DNA and cellular memory, which is adaptable and fluid to your will. We, the Pleiadians, encourage you to continue this evolution by beginning to speak with your cellular matter in order to activate and expand your own DNA. I've actually done this and I'm telling you it works. It's super cool. You guys have got to do this. Yes, we say your cellular structure can follow conscious instructions, accomplish internal requests, and even upgrade itself to higher multidimensional operating systems upon conscious request. So I know I've talked on here before about how, I haven't seen a doctor or anything since 2014 because I learned how to heal my body cell by cell. And that's the same kind of idea here. You could literally talk to your cells and tell them like, hey man, I want you to regenerate, okay? I'm feeling a little old and funky in that area and I'm gonna need you to go ahead and renew. Literally, you can do that. But you can use it for all kinds of things as well. You can use this to tap into like light codes and like spiritual gifts and shit you don't even know you had. Like upgrade your DNA, literally. The light technology card arrives when a time of fruitful endeavors is here, like a field being cleared for new seeds to be planted. Your DNA holds the same potential when traumas of the past are released. Oh my God, we're back to the traumas. Oh my God. Now, thanks to your dedication to growth, a new time of opportunity and new beginnings has arrived. Activate this light technology within yourself by speaking to your molecular structure and instructing it for what you desire. For example, you can communicate to your cells to stay youthful and radiant. Hell to the yeah. You can communicate to your cells to formulate their multidimensional structuring so they can adjust with grace to the new evolution on the planet. You may request for divine wisdoms to blossom in your essence. Speak to your body, activate your DNA, and know that this light is within you. Let's do it. Let's activate our DNA right now. What's wrong with getting more psychic in the middle of a reading, yeah? Okay. Deep breath, feel centered. And you're saying this with conviction. We ain't asking, we're telling, all right? This is an order. So I want your intention to be strong, no wavering. You have faith, you trust, right? You trust in the laws of the universe and spiritual growth and development, right? Trust that the Matrix is bullshit and we're all here in some simulation Truman Show thing. Say it with authority. Own it, okay? This is an intention, okay? Okay. I'm communicating with my own cells and the cells of everyone that will see this video. Activate our hidden DNA and light codes within us. Awaken our multi-dimensional structure. Bring us divine wisdom. Increase our light. And as we sleep, regenerate all of our cells, restoring us back to youth and health. Thank you, Star Family. Say a little thank you. Give a little gratitude, okay? A little gratitude there for the Star Fam. Oof, I got, look at, if I, the energy is so strong and my lips are going crazy. Okay, we're on 11. Whew. Gonna say 1. Okay, I'll go back and do any that I missed after this first round. Okay, I think I saw an 8 floating around in there too, so somebody remind me, I gotta read. I can't stop. 1 and 8. Okay, I'm shaking so much. Okay. Universal Heart. I do really love this card. Sacred geometry in the background. The flower is also very symbolic for me, and I think you'll know why in a minute. Yes, thank yourselves too, of course. Absolutely. Good point. All right, so my number 11s. Universal Heart. Expand your heart, expand your love, and receive the love of all of universal creation. Your heart is a sacred broadcasting system that is able to send and receive love from all corners of time and space. By you sending love to us, the Pleiadians, for example, you bypass great distances in which we are able to receive the love instantaneously. This transcendence of space sheds light into the multidimensional, omnipresent frequency that is love. You will observe how, when one is in a loving, open heart space, animals on your planet soon will come closer, be more receptive, and generally become more open to your presence. This totally happened to me, by the way. I literally became Snow White. This is because your animals represent the principles of naturalness and teach all that love is, your natural state. As the hues, which is kind of what they call normies, muggles, hues. As the hues reemerge back into their full galactic essence of the new cycle, love will become a natural state of your species, and you'll find yourself radiating it regardless of the situation you are experiencing in that moment. Your heart is truly powerful, a powerful vortex that we, the Pleiadian guides, wish to always remind you of its potential. When the Universal Heart card is presented, we're guiding you to use this heart to navigate the current situation of your life. Although many on your plane have closed their delicate rose-like heart from past wounds and old relationships, we want to remind you that the rivers of life continue to flow. Creation is and will always continue to re-express her divinity in every breath. Through this, we gently invite you to open into the fresh moment by recommitting to an open heart. Through this dedication, life situations will transform rapidly. Another potential message of this card is that finances are flowing easily, travel opportunities present themselves, and romance is available. Allow for the Sacred Heart to flow and enjoy this time of great abundance, romance, gifts, and prosperity. How are we feeling about having open hearts? Vulnerability is scary, right? But we don't back down to fear, do we? That's not what we do here. Hell to the nah. We don't do that here. Okay, what numbers did I miss? Was it 8 and 1? Just remind me. I'm actually really glad that somebody picked 8, because if not, that's the card I was gonna pick. 1 and 8, okay. That was just 11. Yep, Universal Heart was 11. So if you picked number 8, which was the number I was gonna pick, you got the Mothership, which is the card that me and my family all picked the first day that I got this deck and we started using it. It's a cool one. Okay, so Those of you who selected number 8, well, for everybody really, because these messages are, you know, useful. This is just really useful information for you to have if you are on a spiritual path, okay? All right, Mothership. In the flashes of the sky and in the movement of light, does humanity gain glimpses into the ultra intelligences of the universe that visit your planet interdimensionally. As part of the Pleiadian Earth mission, alongside many other star allies, we are working together behind the scenes for your freedom and liberation. Preach, bring it. Although we watch from afar with little interference, we say it is done with great respect, as we trust so much in the capacity for you to make for the Hughes to make their own changes and claim their own throne. Doing it. Our ships often work in groups for this mission, and all of them are in direct connection to the Pleiadian mothership that hovers midway between your solar system and Alpha Centauri. I told you we were going to get deep this time, y'all. We're going into the thick of spiritual lessons. This mothership is actually more like a city, Spaceballs vibes, with many walks of life and quarters to sustain us for long missions. Similar to a cruise ship in your world, these motherships are massive and host a wide variety of functions to simulate life on the Pleiades to as close as possible. When this card of mothership arrives, it is your Pleiadian star family acknowledging to your Hugh self for you to reach out to our ships. In our quantum reality, there is a high chance that one of your loved ones or even a future version of yourself is present on these ships and is seeking to make contact with you for your evolutionary growth. Dope. Now is an ideal time to start stargazing, meditating, and sending out requests to talk to us. I do this all the time. I did it in the desert in Arizona, actually. And man, did they come. As we respect the free will of humanity, it is your requests that open doorways for communication to flow with ease. Know that you are being guided. And there's an exercise. Okay. Do you guys want to do it? Do you want to do the exercise? Do you think you can? Can you center real quick? I'll talk you into it. You can do it. Just sit comfortably. Whatever that means for you. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths where your exhale is longer than your inhale and count to 4 between breathing in and breathing out, okay? And again, focus on your breathing. And one more time. You are relaxed. Your mind, your jaw, your shoulders, your whole body is relaxed. Now set the intention to talk with our Pleiadian mothership. I am putting out the request for all of us to make contact with the Pleiadian mothership. Open your heart to this possibility and know by doing so, through the heart, your messages will instantly travel via the omnipresence that is the love frequency. Embark on this communication with patience and take note of any guidance or messages received from this particular central fleet. Know that we are all working together for the benefit of full universal harmony. colors you see, things you feel, images or flashes you might get. And for some, you might not get your visit until tonight when you're sleeping. If anybody wants to stay here, I fully understand. Feel free to like mute me and stay if you're journeying and you're getting downloads. But if anyone's ready to come back, just let me know that you're back. I'm glad you brought up the mind ego thing. It's actually one to awaken your connection to source and your psychic abilities too, to receive downloads from the universe. It's like I'm psychic or something. How we doing? If you're back with me, let me know. 1212 on the phone right now. Hi. Welcome. So happy to have you. You were very clearly meant to be here tonight. Very clearly. No doubt. Hi, Crystal. Anybody see anything, feel anything, experience anything they want to share? You're back. Okay. I saw people dancing together, and it almost looked like a grandmom and a little girl, and it was super cute. Like just like spinning around in their dresses and holding hands and dancing. And I got this message about like having more fun, being more playful, and more like community, like with each other, right? Like not just alone. Although I dance by myself all the time. Dancing with myself is in fact, my soul song I picked when I started teaching that authenticity class. I always make everybody find their soul song, and that's the one I chose. But this is like everybody kind of having a good time and hanging out together. Somebody was like, I don't know, making coffee or something in the background, like whatever, and laughing and smiling and like dancing around while they were dancing together. It was really cool. And I saw a lot of sort of like a luminous, ethereal, like light. Like, you know what an aura crystal looks like, the way it has that rainbow sort of sheen? It looked like that was just coming down all over all of you guys. Mm-hmm. Pressure in your third eye, so you may need to decalcify it. So tonight, like when you sleep, I would put on a solfeggio frequency or binaural, a sound frequency that decalcifies the pineal gland. Everything is light there. Outside of here, everything is light. We're the dense planet, the heavy one. Okay. So I know I have to do number 1 yet, yeah? Okay. And then I had an idea. Oh, I remember what it was. I thought I was going to lose it that quickly because we all know that can happen. So, oh my God, these have been amazing. Like all the best cards came out, y'all. Y'all, you're so magical, you guys. Good. You were definitely, like I said, definitely meant to be here. If this is the first time that you've ever found me and we're talking to the star family, which we don't do super often, meant for you. So if number 1 was your number, your card is 11, and 111 is my special number from the universe and the angels, and I know a lot of other people's too. So card number 1 is like, well, 1 is the number you picked. 11 happens to be the card number. I don't believe in coincidence. But universal knowledge is what I access to get you guys the psychic messages, right? And downloads from, what does Spirit want me to talk to you guys about today, or the angels, whatever. I have full access to the Akashic Records and universal knowledge. That's what this card is talking about. So some of y'all are clearly about to be given permission to have that same access too, as number 11 just pops up. Crazy. So let's read the full card definition, because I think that there's an activation you can do to access this universal knowledge in here. Okay. So cool. There's been a great deception on your planet. Don't we fucking know it? That has resulted in the masses losing touch with the greater story of their star ancestry. I knew somehow, without me forcing it, we were going to come around to our origin story. Didn't I say that in the very beginning of this live? Covered up by false education, colonization, and a corrupt media conglomerate. Preach! The human race has been led to believe that they have simply evolved from apes. Although the genetical makeup of the Homo sapiens has many similarities to this species, there's also many flat-out deceptions that have been infused by false powers to create a block into fully understanding one's true star origins and the truth of why you're here. I'm so excited right now. I have goosebumps everywhere, like the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. This is so exciting. In order then to tap into the greater universal story, it is paramount that one detoxes from all colonized history. Just just know that everything you were taught in school and everything written in a history book and everything in the media is a flat out absolute fucking lie. Because it is. And education systems that place emphasis on Western knowledge, i.e. control, while discrediting all other sources. In particular is the opportunity to tune into the library that is themselves. Here, in the temple of the self, rests soul and genetic knowledge that is held in one's own DNA code. Know that your DNA is a databank to your species' story, and no matter the outside manipulation, the truth can never be taken from within you. The card of universal knowledge arrives when there is a greater story that needs to be presented, which is currently being withheld. Not for long. Now is the time to question, seek beyond what is told, and explore the truth of what you think you know. Do not fall blindly into any narratives of what is presented, and trust your gut on what may or may not feel right. Your body will always tell you, right? And the more you tune into that too, the stronger your own intuition and psychic abilities are going to get. And when you feel something, please always trust it. Please. Okay, the star guides are imploring you to not blindly follow what others are saying in this moment, but tap into your reservoirs of self-knowing. An alternative meaning of this card can indicate stepping out of the mind and into the heart. Came up before. Make this a moment to break free from the confinement of mental loops, cycles, those repeated brain patterns we get, and enter into the freedom of presence, the now, right? Mindfulness. Self-knowledge will always prevail. So, a spiritual awakening has always been called a spiritual awakening, right? But in my classes, I always teach it as a remembering. Awakening works too. Sure, you're awakening to the truth of who you are and where you came from. But it really feels like a remembering. Anybody have you experienced that, like during a dark night of the soul or just after or during like your awakening? You just remember, like stuff resonates for you and you're like, that's true, I believe that. And other stuff does not. And you're like, nah, shenanigans. Call them bullshit. You know what I mean? you just are remembering who you are and where you came from, because things just resonate and feel right. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You've experienced that? Sorry if you can hear my son and his friends up there screaming. They're 17-year-old boys trapped inside the house during Snowmageddon. So they're no doubt on some video game, and the fuckery has to affect us all. But let me know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, when you just remember. And you're just like, I know that's right. I know it. I always call my downloads a knowing. You know, like, I never have to question whether that's correct information or not. If I'm not sure, I'll say it. And if I don't know, I'll say it. But when I'm given something, it's a knowing, because I'm remembering it. It's not that I have to trust that some spirit out there is telling me the truth. My soul is remembering it, right? Because my soul has full universal knowledge and everything that it's learned throughout all of my lifetimes. Know what I mean? You always know. Or like you just get that feeling like something's off, like you know this person's lying or they're not authentic in some way, right? Like your spidey sense just tingles. You're like, something's off here. Something's just not right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So me sitting here telling y'all like that I am on a mission. I came here as a volunteer because a call went out across the entire universe that Earth was in trouble and needed help. And they were looking for volunteers to come to Earth and help Earth ascend to 5D consciousness. Had my sweet little soul known what life on Earth was going to be like when I got here, can't tell you I would have definitely come. I'm sorry. I'm happy that I'm here to help y'all now. I love you. But if I knew then what I know now, I might have stayed my happy ass back in the stars. Just saying. This is rough, and it's a lot rougher than this little soul was prepared for. But anyway, a call went out, and there are 144,000 of us on the Earth right now with the same mission and purpose. We all volunteered to come here to help with the ascension of Earth to 5D consciousness. If that doesn't sound like this chick is crackers, I'm gonna get off of here and like, I don't know, call a straitjacket to go get her. You're remembering, you're awakening, because you know it doesn't sound ridiculous for me to say that. And you may not be Pleiadian, that's okay. There are beings here from Sirius, Lyra, Andromeda, Arcturus, all over the universe that came here to help with the ascension of Earth. It's 144,000 that have the same job as me, not the only. I believe we all came from the stars, all of us. But when you sign on to live an Earth life, to come to Earth to learn for your soul's growth and expansion, you are locked in. It's like kindergarten through 12th grade. You can't do K through 5 and be like, all right, Earth sucks, I'm out. You know what I mean? When you lock in and you sign a contract to start an Earth like growth existence, you are locked in until you're done. You got to go through all the grades. Okay, so some beings have chosen to become human and do that long process. The volunteers were mostly never human. This is their first earthly life, which is why it's very shocking and very hard to be an empath, because you have no idea what it's like to live in this vibration or see the things that you see here that do not exist where you're from, and it's very tough. There's been some data, which I understand it's very difficult to actually do data on a starseed because you have to take someone for their word that they're a starseed. But those of us that identify as such and are spiritually awakened, there's been data that suggests up to 80% of us have major addiction struggles in life at some point, because you're trying so hard to numb away everything coming at you and everything you're absorbing because you're just too sensitive for this dimension. It's just really hard. It's hard. And everything hits you so hard and you feel everything so deeply, and then you gotta sort out everybody else's feels and find your own and learn your own lessons for growth. It is not easy. It's not an easy path. When you have stuff like what's been coming out over the past couple of weeks hitting you in the face and you're a super, super sensitive little starseed. It's also been said that up to 70% of us have some form of ADD or ADHD. Hi. Because it's just the overstimulation here is wild, you know? Wild. Thank you. Yeah, well, I did, but like I said, naive, sweet little innocent Dani. So And if you're not a volunteer, if you are here in an earth, life cycle to learn your lessons and to spiritually grow on the other side, which is what happens, you still may have a starseed mission here, a light worker purpose on the earth. So if you hear the word light worker and you feel something, or it just feels like, yep, that feels right, or starseed, and you feel something, or it just feels right, trust that you are. That's what you are. And accepting that and allowing that into your consciousness now opens you up to break free of all the 3D limiting reality bullshit and expand your consciousness up to the higher dimensions where we come from. And that's how you'll access more spiritual gifts, your abundance, your soul purpose and mission here, and progress through this and get it done already, because it's brutal. Is it not? As a highly sensitive empath, this is brutal, this time period. So if that feels right for you, please believe it and trust it and keep following this narrative, because the universe is going to deliver you message after message and synchronicity after synchronicity from here on out without you even having to do anything or ask for it. Just know you're here to help. Yeah, and that's okay. The remembering is more almost like a physical feeling. It's like, yep, that's right. I just know. You don't have to have an actual memory of you up there signing a contract, right? I'm going to go volunteer down on Earth. In fact, I don't have that memory, but I just know. Just know. And now, after all the things I've seen and experienced, forget it. You couldn't convince me otherwise. And not for, you could torture me for 25 days straight. It wouldn't matter. You're not going to convince me otherwise. You just know. You just know. All right, so honorable mention, the cards we did not choose. I'm not going to read the full book definition, but I think it's important to see what they are. Oh, Alcyone. This is one of the 7 sisters, right? The Pleiades is made up of 7 stars in a cluster that are called the 7 sisters. And this is one of the 7 sisters. And in fact, it's the brightest. So if you are able to see the Pleiades, and they're 444 light years away, so they're pretty distant. Not as distant as some things, but certainly not as close as like Sirius, which is like, I don't know, I think 8 or something. It's super close to 12. But if you find Orion, and you look at the tip of his arrow, he's pointing to the Pleiades. So you find that you can find the little 7 sisters cluster of stars. And they're beautiful. They're most prominent in winter, so now is a great time to see them. And about this time, they'll start to become visible, and they stay visible all night, like 2, 3 in the morning, they get a little bit stronger. Rick James, welcome. Yeah, so check them out. Sometimes during my dark night of the soul, when I was having a real heavy moment, I was processing some real heavy stuff, I'd be sobbing, like to the point where I couldn't breathe, just sobbing, like all this stuff was just purging out of me. The only thing that made me feel better and would calm me down was going outside in the dead of winter, and y'all know how I feel about the cold, bundled up with like probably 3 blankets wrapped around me, and just looking at the stars. And either, in the summer, Lyra and Vega, the brightest star in Lyra, always finds me. It's always directly above my head every time I walk outside. And the Pleiades does the same thing to me in the winter. But just look at them. That's all. You're receiving information just by doing that and connecting to the Pleiades. Even if that's not your star family, like where you came from, it doesn't matter. They're all allies. They're all here helping us. Andromeda, Arcturus, Sirius, Pleiades, they're all helping Earth ascend. Okay? Anybody know where they came from? Anybody have any idea? I'm just getting an idea. I want to get an idea of like where everybody's at here, just so I know how to move forward. What was the other one we didn't read? Oh, energy work. But we were talking about being Reiki master, teacher, and like doing light work or work, right? Energy work. And there's one more we didn't look at. Expansion compassion. My number 13. Expansion compassion. I actually think I want you guys to hear that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they said yes. So we're going to read that one real quick, and then we're going to move on to some messages from like Lemuria and Ascended Masters. Expansion compassion. Compassion is the great source of energy that connects all of existence together. When one is in a state of compassion, they enter into a field of oneness that is able to sense multiple forms of intelligences simultaneously and expand out into the infinite. This expansion beyond the I is how one enters into higher dimensional fields. For the fifth dimension is a locale of non-duality, granting one the ability to cross throughout space and time, communicate telepathically, which we're all going to be able to do and not that far in the future, heal with energy, which we can do now, and enter a completely new operating system that reflects the future inner magic of humans. When the compassion card arrives, we, the Pleiadian guides, are inviting you to activate more compassion into your daily life. Perhaps there could be one individual in particular that has been agitating you and throwing you off your game. Maybe another has been masquerading in order to activate a certain template of wisdom within. Whatever the current or upcoming situation, this is guidance that compassionate wisdom will carry you gracefully through your upcoming cycle. Know that compassion is the way into the multidimensional field in which we, the Pleiadians, reside. Expansion is compassion, so expand your field. Love that. I love that. How many of y'all identify as a light worker? I'm on a dual mission, so I'm a light worker and a starseed, which is possible. Lots of people are. But who else here feels like they're a light worker? Or that they feel something when I say that that resonates for them? Because if you're here and it resonates for you, I'm going to show you how to do your job as a light worker real quick, what that looks like. By the way, the last card we didn't get, 22, dolphin play, the other master number. It's about how dolphins and whales are starseeds too, and their voice, their song can heal us and activate hidden DNA like abilities in us. Okay, awesome. Welcome, lightworkers. So I'm a Reiki master teacher since 2007, 2008. But you do not have to be attuned to Reiki in order to access universal light and be a light worker. It does help, and it is a nice kind of formal way to use your abilities, but you don't have to be attuned. All you need to do is access the healing white light of the universe. The only caution I have here for you is to be very specific about the light you want to access. They're not all good, and they don't all do the same thing. So we want the healing light of the universe, or the light of source or God, something like that. Okay, you want to say the white light, the holy white light. Just be specific so you know what you're accessing. And you're just going to say it out loud, I'm accessing the holy white light of source, or the healing light of the universe. And then I always have my receiving hand up. Your left hand is your receiving hand. Your right hand is your giving hand. And I visualize the light coming down into my crown chakra. A lot of the times you're going to actually see it, and a lot of the time you're going to feel it, because heat and energy are sort of the same thing. So it's going to feel hot. Or you might see it beaming directly into your hand, but usually it comes in through my crown chakra. And then kind of sits right in my receiving hand, this white light. And then the way the archangels taught me how to work with it is to have my receiving hand up, my giving hand down, because I'm taking this light in from the universe, and then I'm giving it to the archangel that guides the crystalline grid in the middle of the earth, right? So visualize that light coming in, visualize it going out this hand deep down into the core of the earth, where this beautiful archangel standing in front of the crystalline grid and the crystalline water pool is going to take that light and transmute it, right, into something even stronger and more powerful, that whatever the vibration energy is that Earth needs right now. And they're going to send it back to you. And I swear sometimes I can feel that hitting my hands like a basketball somebody tossed to me. It's wild. And then once I have that back in my hands, I just visualize myself taking that ball of light and making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you get really good at it, when you start to bring your hands back together, you're going to actually feel resistance. You can actually even do this and feel it switching hands, or pass it to someone else. I promise, just practice it. And I make it nice and big. And then I give it out through all the ley lines of Earth. And I just watch that light encompass the gold in all these different lateral, and longitudinal sort of lines, until the whole Earth is encompassed in this light. Now you've given higher vibrational light to the Earth. That's what light working is. You can also sometimes even completely unconsciously walk into a room or something where there's been tension or the vibe's real low. There was a fight or someone passed away and there's like a lot of upset feelings, like, you know, low vibe feelings. Your presence often will just naturally transmute that energy into something more high vibrational, because we know energy can't be created or destroyed, right? It can only be changed or manipulated. So you can, with your own presence, either consciously or unconsciously, transmute the energy of a space, send white light out to wherever it needs to go. And then another part of your job is, as a light worker, is when you see like a tragedy has happened somewhere in the world, like there was a devastating earthquake somewhere, right? And there's a lot of suffering from it, or death. You can call upon the army of angels and ask them to go there, send them there, to heal whoever needs healing and to heal the space and the energy, to transmute the energy. That's how we keep the vibration of Earth high. That's how we reach 5D consciousness and get to stay there when this low vibe, horrible shit comes out that keeps pulling us and anchoring us back down. Okay? Okay. So, welcome to Lightworker 101. You can do this whenever you want. Just keep practicing it more and more. Like I said, if you do want to like take the step to becoming a Reiki practitioner, you don't have to go all the way to master, but doing that attunement will really make things a lot more tangible for you. So consider it, but you don't have to. And then start studying the archangel attunements. I'm attuned to all the archangels too. And they have different color lights that do different healings. And you can call upon them too, for yourself, to heal other people, to heal the earth. So like there's like kind of a lot of options here. And believe me when I tell you that pretty soon this is going to be a really high demand job. Like Reiki masters will be in every hospital, sort of like triage, scanning energy and checking in with the chakras and stuff. It'll be like one of the first steps in identifying what's going on with somebody and their treatment plan. I actually, years ago, did my master like sort of internship on an oncology floor in a hospital. And I did Reiki on people who were at the end of their life, from late stage cancer. Believe it or not. And my Reiki master was a nurse. Like one specific archangel? Is there anyone in like particular, you mean? Because they all do have their own light color. They're all different. Some of them have like the multicolored light, you know. Shemuel, for example, who's great for healing heart grief or heart pain or broken hearts. His light's pink. Hi. Michael? Okay. So Michael's light's going to come through mostly white, like a little goldish, little white, little goldish. And that's the archangel I work with the most often. It's Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, who's in charge of Ascension. So he helps everybody awaken. And he saved my life twice. Special connection to Metatron. We're homies. I have his Metatron's cube, his sacred geometry, hanging up next to my bed, actually. True story. Do you guys want to see it? Maybe I should show it to you. Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. Don't worry about the low vibe people too. We don't respond to them on my channel because our high vibration naturally chases them away anyway. They get really uncomfortable around this level of authenticity. Cool, right? And you can work with these. You can work with the sacred geometries, symbols. In fact, yeah, I did. Look at that. I brought the decks I brought with me, and one over here, like before I started the live, from where I keep all of my decks. One of them is the Sacred Geometry Activation deck. So I'm thinking maybe we should use that. The Merkaba is a different symbol than Metatron's cube, but it is a very powerful symbol. It's sort of the basis of everything. So let's see. Like this, for example, like you guys have all seen these, right? You know, like mandalas and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's all sacred geometry. It's the building blocks of what the whole universe was created from. So let's pull one. Let's see which one you guys are supposed to do, and we'll do the activation for it, because this oracle actually gives you an activation to get in touch with that particular sacred geometry. Okay. best and highest message, please, for the collective. What is the sacred geometric symbol that will support them the most right now on their spiritual journey? And after this, I'll go through some of the archangel lights for you guys and tell you where you can get the attunements. Thank you. Oh my God, I love that we got that one. I feel like there's another one that wants to talk to you though. Maybe 3. Is there 3? Yes. Thank you. Okay. I feel like this one showed up for me because I'm dealing with all this trauma coming up in my head right now. So here we go. Start with we'll do them in order. So the first one was synergy, which I love because we're talking about all of us coming together, right? And how powerful that makes us. 1122. Saw that. We also have 818. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to our new reality. It's a manifestation, right? Creating your own reality. Let's see what the book says. Okay. The origin of the word synergy comes from working together, and it can be described as the result of something that is greater than the simple sum of its individual parts. In the new energy, we can expect synergy to not only refer to a process with an outcome that is greater, but to one that involves uniting elements, energies, and even undefined attributes to create something that is completely new, different, and unexpected. So this is big time thinking outside the 3D box, all right? Break out of that limited thinking. We're not limited to 3D rules anymore, okay? This brings a wondrous element of magic to the whole process. In this activation, synergy is represented through the uncommon and rather bold choice of color combinations. By itself, pink represents the divine feminine and attributes of love, nurturing, stillness, and receptivity. And the bright yellow-green color represents the new energy through clarity, beauty, and exhilaration. Purple brings in consciousness and insight, while the opening at the top represents the channel that allows input from a higher place. This communication is taken in, brought to the core, surrounded by loving pink and light, and transcended for release onto the Earth's plane in an appropriate energy that is in alignment with the consciousness there. The effects of this release, a ripple through the emotional planes, the mental plane, and can even affect us on the DNA level, which is like the coding in the background, right? Whenever you see these images and there's coding in the background, that's the DNA level, okay? The blue is always representative of the mental plane, and the emotional plane is anything that's like water, if you see water on these cards. So try this. Take a moment to go inside yourself and think about a situation when seemingly very different people came together and worked toward a wonderful result. Now think about a personal goal of yours. Who can you bring together to help you accomplish your goal? What about a global goal? Can you think about it and do the same? How can we make a difference? A global impact for change? That's the real question, I think, right now. Good. should always be in the forefront of our mind. How can we help the collective as a whole? Because we're all one. So if we help the collective as a whole, we're helping ourselves too. Right? All right. Healing. Just the one I said. I think maybe I made that one pop out because I'm in need of a little today. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. It's very transmuter, like light worker vibes, right? So hard to talk right now. I got so many spirits and star families around me. Okay. Whew. Let me ground that out a little bit. There we go. This will work. Okay. Healing. Healing literally means to make whole. It refers to the process of restoring health to something or someone that is unbalanced, diseased, or damaged. For us to reach or maintain a state of health and wholeness, we need to balance all aspects of ourselves. Our physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional bodies have to harmoniously work together. And this requires clear communication and awareness of all the information that our sensory system is providing us. So far, we have recognized sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch as the 5 senses that provide this feedback. In the new energy, we are invited to add our intuitive perception as the 6th, which complements this profound and essential feedback system well. The color green dominates this activation, as it is associated with health, most likely because in nature, green indicates growth, fertility, and life. When in springtime, we see the first greenish glow return on the branches of the trees, we know that a new growth cycle has started, a clear indication of the continuance of life. Green also refers to a heart that is open to truth. Green is the color of the heart chakra. Compassion and love. The purple, violet, and pink indicate our intuitive abilities, which are anchored in a strong connection to source and your higher self. Purple is the color of psychic ability. I'm always burning a purple candle when I channel, just throwing that out there. The 12 glowing flowers refer to life and the healthy growth that emerges from an effective healing process. In numerology, the number 12 is considered a 3, a catalytic number, indicating that all aspects of ourselves can harmonize together to support our natural, radiant, healthy state. Love that. Oh my God, really? Oh my God. That is so crazy. Milena, that's amazing. That is truly amazing. All right, so here's your try this, okay, for healing. Contemplate your state of health for a moment. Are you as healthy as you want to be? What are you doing to contribute to greater health? Do you realize that your health does not just refer to the state of your physical body? Do you invest in your emotional and spiritual health as well? If so, how do you do this? Take some time to lovingly attend to yourself. Just like your gratitude list that you do every day, right? It's just a part of keeping your connection to spirituality, to source, and also, you know, being in a state of gratitude brings more towards you to be grateful for, right? What we put out, we get back. It's like that. Self-love, self-care, especially on the emotional, mental, spiritual realm right now, although we do need to take care of our vessels, needs to just be a part of your regular scheduled programming. All right? You get up in the morning and you brush your teeth. You get up in the morning and you do self-love of some kind, or at night, whatever. Just make sure that you're doing something to honor the health in the sense of like the homeostatic way, right? Like the wholeness, holistic health, right? So mind, body, spirit, all of it. Okay? Make sure you're doing that all the time. So if you want to see that sacred geometry again, that's what it looks like. And you can find images of these online and stuff too, where you don't have to deal with the fact that they're very reflective cards bouncing off my ring light. Sure, coffee in the morning, whatever it is. Whatever it is, just making sure that you make it a priority to check in with yourself and be like, what do I need? Am I depleted somewhere? Am I really overwhelmed by the images and things that I'm hearing and seeing right now? Because we don't want that to happen, because it numbs us out. And that's what they want. They want us numbed out and disconnected from our intuition, but we're not gonna let that happen. We're not gonna let this slide. Ain't nothing on the earth that's gonna let us let this go, right? Until we get justice for all these pervs out there torturing children and raping and... All right, we're not gonna talk about that. Our light's real high right now. We're not gonna talk about it, but we are gonna do something. Prosperity, number 36, which is a 9. Got a lot of repeats here. That's right, it sure does to Skinny Cat. I love you all too. That's why love and light is the way I end everything, right? You can't share love enough. You just can't. So the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. The new energy is asking us to revisit and redefine how we want to perceive many human concepts, to help us recreate a reality that reflects a new and more expanded consciousness. The way in which we perceive and experience our state of prosperity is important to the creation of our new reality. The word prosperity originates from the Latin word prosperous, which means doing well. But this entails much more than just our financial wellness. The original meaning encompassed the totality of our well-being, including our health and happiness, as well as our success. Sadly, it seems that we have lost this meaning over time. We have grown accustomed to measuring our success and thus our prosperity by the reflection of our bank accounts. The new energy invites us to reconsider our feelings of joy, love, compassion, and connection to ourselves and the rest of the collective, in addition to the fulfillment of our more mundane and physical needs. These all are part of our sense of prosperity, abundance, right? I always tell you guys, abundance looks different for everybody. It's not always money or career success. Hi, Tony Starks. Hi, the Kid Switch. You like the hat? It's a Pearl Jam hat. In the activation, the abundance of rich, deep, and vibrant colors refers to the abundance of experiences that the universe provides in any given moment. Experiences that resonate. That's what I'm talking about. When you just feel it, you just know it resonates with all parts of our being and activate all the energy centers, or the chakras, right, in our body. The swirling movements indicate the constant change that is at the core of our human experience. The predominantly green and turquoise colors indicate the importance of letting all these experiences flow through the heart center, where we can connect them with our inner truth before we express them in the external world. The forest in the background and the double squares support the activation of prosperity. See that? On the level of our earthly plane and in our daily lives, so that all of our needs are fulfilled. Those on the emotional and spiritual plane, as well as the ones that ensure our physical survival and well-being. The flowers at the corners represent the beautiful potential for new life, new possibilities, and new abundance that grows from each new moment. The number 8 is the manifestation number, referring to our capacity to create our reality and our prosperity on this earth plane through an open heart and clear, focused intention. Love that. 17 is an 8 though, but the star card is also my very favorite card in all of tarot. Wow, that's crazy. That's how I am with 8s. Like, I was born on the 13th, you know, like witchy Friday the 13th, yay. But during my dark night of the soul, spirit was like, you're obsessed with 13, but your number's 8. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, my late husband was born June 8th, 1981. I was born in 1981 in the 8th month. My daughter Kira was born October 8th. Like my mom's birthday is July 1st, like 7 and 1 is an 8. Like I found these 8s everywhere in my existence. And I was like, okay, I'm an 8. I get it. I see you now. But 8 is the number of the self as well as the number of abundance. And 17, can be 17. You can keep it whole, certainly in reference to the star card, Aquarius energy, my favorite card. But 17 would be an 8. Circle back around. No, that's okay. I get it. I get it. This is a place for the random. Synchronicities are important, and it's good that you're noticing them. Like 2026 is a 9, right? This is a 9 year, and 9s are completion, not 10. It's 9. So we are truly ending the way that we used to live on Earth this year, and rebuilding with our own consciousness. We build our reality with our own consciousness. Thank you. We're rebuilding our own new reality, right? Because next year will be like, I'm sorry, not a 9. This is a 1 year. This is the new, right? 2025 was the 9. This is the new. So we're creating our new reality right now. It's a good number, life path 1. I'm a life path 4, which sucks. It means you spend your entire life overcoming problems. Nothing but a problem solver. I literally used to have, if there's a problem, I'll solve it, printed on my business cards when I was in management. Not even kidding, because all I did was put out fires all day, every day. And I was like, ice, ice, baby. Who wouldn't quote that on their business card? But yeah, 4s are tough. 1's not so bad. Not so bad. And, the master numbers, we don't reduce 11, 22, 33. Okay, so let's try it. Should we try it? Let's try it. Take a moment. Go inside and contemplate the prosperity in your life. It's sort of a practice of gratitude in its own way. Do you feel prosperous? How are you prosperous? What areas would you like to be more prosperous? And then it instructs you to do a gratitude list, which I hope you're all doing at least every night or morning. Both is better. Notice how long your list really is of all the beautiful things that you have to be grateful for, how much prosperity you have, right? You guys are always on the very top of my list. Anyone that supports me in my work and that finds me here, and my level of gratitude, believe me when I tell you, there's no way I could express it. And then my children who've been through it, they haven't had it super easy with my husband passing and things, and they're incredible. Like they're incredible kids, and I'm so grateful for that because I worked a lot and took care of a dying man, and they're my whole world, and I would have loved to have been there for every second of their existence, all of their lives, but I couldn't because I had to work and things. But I'm so grateful that they're so amazing. Like they're just amazing kids. I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful. And I have great extended family around me. I have amazing soul family, y'all included. I'm always grateful for my gifts, my ability to help others, my health. After seeing my husband die in his 30s, you realize if you don't have health, you have nothing. I'm super grateful for my car. Not gonna lie. I love fast cars. I'm a race car girl. And I worked real hard to get it. I'm grateful for music, always. It's always on 24/7 in my house. Thank you. It's okay, thank you. It was meant to be. He just didn't have to stay very long because he was so ascended. He finished up his work real quick. But yeah, whatever your list is, you'll be surprised how long it is when you focus on it. All right, we have one more, and it's a friggin' 3. The 3s, the 6s, the 9s are hot today, y'all. So I used to have my dream car. I saved up for it since I was 7 years old. Was a 911 Carrera, a Porsche. So I did have one for a bit. I bought a 1999 because that's the year I graduated high school, aging myself. 911 Carrera. It was a 996, like the water-cooled one, and she was real sexy, convertible. But I had to sell her to pay for my oldest daughter's college. So now I have a Audi S4 twin turbo. She's pretty sexy, not gonna lie, she's very fast. Bright red, and I love her. Her name is Aura, and she is the love of my life. Yeah, music is a form of magic. Music is my entire existence. I don't know what I would do without it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I hope we see you again. I'll totally check out your birth chart, by the way. I love doing birth charts. I would love to know all of your full birth charts. But yeah. Okay, let me stop talking about my cars. Okay. Solar plexus chakra, number 3. 99, yeah. You have a 99 vet? Cool. Let me tell you, the handling on a Porsche is like nothing else. I had so much fun, like driving around the mountains and stuff, like hugging the curves in that car. Oh, the handling was amazing, but the Audi's a little faster, actually. You don't know the exact time. Okay. Somebody remind me, because you all know I'm going to forget. There is a way, and I've actually not really tried it much, except for I think maybe twice for students who couldn't find out what time they were born. But there is a way that you can calculate your birth chart sort of backwards without the exact time. Do you know like a roundabout time by chance? Because it changes every 2 hours, your rising sign. So let's see what solar plexus chakra has to tell us. I'm trying to stay on target. This is the ADD. This is how we go. We go roundabout ways. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. This is what we've been talking about, right? How do we help the collective? What's our role here? Okay, I'm gonna get that info for you. Just remind me, don't let me forget. If you have to go, then just send me an email so I can get in touch with you. My email's thatwitchdani@gmail.com. It's in the description box if you forget. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect in the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection in humans and as spiritual beings to the whole, collective consciousness. The color yellow is associated with the 3rd or solar plexus chakra. It's like 2 inches above your belly button, okay? Located in the area of the diaphragm below the breastbone and linked to our sense of self, our authority, and our personal power. It is the area of our personality and our ego. Yellow helps us to think clearly, increase our awareness, and stimulate our curiosity. It strengthens our vitality, our life force, and our energy. And its sense is sight. So I will say, like, solar plexus chakra work can be the most intense. A lot of people think it may be the heart, but it's actually the solar plexus. Because, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. I hope you have good luck with the car. You have to come back and like show us pictures and keep us posted. I love cars. I really do. The solar plexus chakra can be the seat, like the root, the energy center where really deep trauma is stored. So a lot of times working on this area, like someone who maybe survived like sexual abuse or something may have a very profound sort of release, because it'll bring things out of the literal tissue, the cells, the DNA, even past life. Sometimes things that your soul experienced in other lives can live in that center. It can be a trauma center. Go inside yourself for a moment and think about what is important in your life. What's important in your life? You're welcome. Do you spend your days doing what you love? I do. Thank goddess I do. Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel that you are an important part of this big puzzle, part of the collective consciousness? You are, for sure. Most of us have that one thing that we love doing and are really good at. What is your one thing? Tell me, I want to know what your thing. What are you good at? And I'm sure you have more than one thing, but at least one. (921). These numbers are also synchronistic today. listening. That's a great skill to have, especially for a Virgo. Being in service, right? Listening to others and helping them. You're also a pretty talented musician, Oris. Don't think I don't know. Anybody else? Tell us what your thing is. What are you amazing at? Making people feel comfortable. Nice, nice. It's important. It's important. Otherwise, they can't open up, right? They can't heal or access their shadows or, you know, things like that. Crystal's got a wealth of knowledge about all kinds of things. Candles, oils, herbs. I'm speaking for her because I'm not sure if she's still here, but I feel like she wouldn't say if she was. Anybody else? Hi. Thank you. I am. I'm having a good night. Thank you. I hope you are too. Anybody else want to share their thing that they're amazing at, their piece of the puzzle? If not, I'll stop putting you under pressure. All right, I'll stop pressuring you. So here's what I think we will do. Inspiring others is huge. Yes, I travel a lot. Yes. I was on the road for 3 weeks of February already, and a little bit at the end of January. So here's what I think we'll do. I know I said I was going to go into the archangels and stuff, but it's so late. I think that should be its own separate thing. So how about we schedule for tomorrow night, like late, you know, we're a late night channel, 9:30, 9, 10. Like 9:30 is about the earliest we usually start, 9 o'clock. And we will cover the archangels and their colors, like the color of their healing light, like we talked about. And I'll let you guys know how to get those attunements if you do want to get in touch with their energy and their light. And we'll do ascended masters. We'll do angels and ascended masters tomorrow. Sound good? We've downloaded a lot today. You've done a lot of activations. So like, let's let them sink in. Let your star family come give you the messages that you asked for, right? Okay. I love you guys. I'm really proud of you. I knew you were ready for like the bigger truths. I think maybe I waited too long. You've probably really been ready. So we'll keep diving in, and remember just to stay open to it. Stay open to the information. Think outside the realm of 3D and the way that boxes you in. Please, please. Thank you. Do I know? I don't know. Do I know you? YouTube commenters is not giving me like a strong vibe on if I know you or not. But thank you. I appreciate it. It was so amazing to meet the new star family that found us tonight. That you guys are so welcome here. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful energy into our family. Like block someone from projecting negative energies onto you. There's 2 things you can do. You can protect yourself with the white light and calling in the archangels, and you can return to sender. Everything that comes at you returns to where it came from, which does not have a karmic consequence because you're not wishing ill on anybody. You're just saying if you sent it, take it back. You can use crystals too to protect your energy. Tourmalinated quartz is great for protecting the auric field. Thank you. Yeah, I have cabin fever. I know I can't take another day of being snowed in. It's brutal for me. I'm so used to being on the go. But I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will do archangels and their healing colors and attunements and ascended masters and their lessons for you. So go talk to your star family. I love you guys. So much love and light, my babes. See you soon. Bye.